your position. Take your hands and place your hands on your thighs. Have your feet grounded into the floor. So, like, I'm quite short. So if you sit back, you can see that there's space underneath my feet. So I do want to sit quite forward in my chair. And then have your palms facing down. And notice your sitting bones, bones underneath, under the pelvis. And perhaps you can feel the flesh of the buttocks that covers the sitting bones. Let all of that rest down into your blanket, into your pillow, into your chair seat. And let your hips get a little bit heavier as you elongate the sides of your body, the spine. And notice if your hands kind of grip into your legs. You can soften the palms of your hands and let your elbows be relatively loose. And become aware of your breath. Feeling the sensation of your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And being aware of where you feel the sense of expansion and contraction. So perhaps you feel the breath higher up in the chest, out to the sides, along the side body. Into the front body, the belly, and along the back body. So I like to think of the front and the back body like the two cookies of an Oreo, because those are my favorite cookies. And then the spine, you can say your internal organs too, are that filling. So that when you breathe, the front and the back body move away from each other. And then as you exhale, front and back body move towards that delicious filling of the spine. Perhaps as you get that motion of front to back, then you can start to feel the side body expand as well, so that there's a sense of three-dimensional breathing. And let your eyes be soft, so you find space between your teeth to release your jaw. Let your breath be fluid. And keep about 5% of your awareness on the movement and expansion of your breath as you slowly open your eyes if they've been closed. Interlace your fingers and then press the palms to face forward. Then as you inhale, bend the elbows again. Take your palms, place the palms on the top of your head. Then from there, it's kind of like the finger traps. So you're going to pull the fingers away from each other, but they're still stuck together. And so as you're pulling the fingers apart, reach out across your elbows. Continue to reach the elbows from side to side as you press the head into the palms of your hands. And notice if you can feel a little bit taller as you do that, as you stretch the top of your head up into the palms of your hands. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn a little bit to the left. Keep pulling the hands apart. Inhale back through center, and then exhale to the right. And so if this is too intense a across the chest, you can take the elbows and pull the elbows in and do the same twist. So inhale back to center. As you exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, center. One more time to each side. So the elbows forward or the elbows pulling to the sides. And then exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Now from here, keep your hands on top of your head, elbows in or elbows out, and side bend to the left. So that the space between your right hip and your right shoulder expands. And now that space becomes smaller as you come upright, and even smaller as you side bend over to the right. Pull the elbows away from each other. Inhale back through center. Press the head up into the palms. And side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back up to center. Pull the elbows apart. And then exhale, release your hands back down by your sides. Okay. I'm going to move my chair, but you do not have to move your chair. Take your hands out in front of you and close your fists. So your palms are still facing down towards the floor. And then bring your thumbs closer to each other and then move them away from each other. I'll come up a little bit closer so that you can see the hands. So my thumbs are moving towards each other, to center, and then away from each other. Center, towards each other, keep the elbows straight, right? We might do that, we might bend the elbows. Center, and out. And do that one more time. Through center, out to the sides, then center, good. Out, in, elbow straight, back out to center, good. Then from there, open the palms of the hands, pull the fingertips back in the direction of your shoulders, like as if you were in plank. Then from there, pull the fingertips down and towards your body. Yes. Then from there, forward, up, like plank, right? Then down, reach the fingertips forward, down, and curl them back in towards your underarms. Yes. Forward, up, press the heels of your hands forward. Good. And then back. Okay. And shake that out. And lie on your arms, right? You're like, I didn't think that was going to be intense, but it was. Okay. So now you're going to take the palms of your hands, bring the palms of your hands together. Good. Then from there, bend the elbows. Turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Then your fingertips towards your chest. And then you do the opposite. Bring the fingertips forward, straighten the elbows, point the fingertips down towards the floor. And then back up, bend the elbows, press the hands, good. And then forward, tilt the fingers down towards the floor, point them up towards the ceiling, press the palms together. Okay, and then, so that's wrist extension. I'm gonna do the opposite, flexion. So bring the arms out in front of you, palms face down. Backs of the hands together, palms face away from you, okay? Then from here, pull the elbows out to the sides, bend the elbows, press the backs of your hands towards each other. Then point your fingertips down towards the floor or down towards your lap. Point your fingertips towards your heart. Good. Then if you're giving somebody a gift, pull the elbows in, bring the hands forward, palms forward, pull the fingertips back. For those that know Mayurasana, like Mayurasana arms, okay? Then from there, bend the elbows, take the backs of the hands together, elbows out, fingertips point towards your heart, fingertips point down towards your lap, fingertips point towards your device, and straighten your arms. Yes. Then bend the elbows out to the sides, push the backs of your hands together. Then fingertips down towards your lap, fingertips towards your heart, fingertips towards your head. Pull the elbows in, Stretch the arms forward. Flex or extend, reaching your fingertips back. Yep, and then pull the hands back in. Backs of the hands touch, elbows spread apart. Good. Then fingertips point towards your heart, down towards your lap. Straighten the arms. Good, and then release your arms. That was like the hardest thing that we're gonna do. Okay, so then from here, you're gonna pull your right knee up, and then lower right foot back down. Right knee up, right foot down. Right knee up, right knee down. Right knee up, and right knee down. Left leg, left foot up, left foot down, left foot up, left foot down, and do that 2 more times. So now, it is good to have the blanket underneath you, but to move, sometimes the blanket can kind of get into the way. So if you find that it's hard to move your legs around, then I would take the blanket away. In my case, I'm shorter, so it's more difficult too, just because it makes me even higher being seated on something. So if you are living in a shorter body, then perhaps taking the blanket away might be useful, okay? If you're in a taller body like Monica, you might take the blocks underneath the chair. So your chair should always be pretty tall, okay? Lift your right leg up, good. Then you're gonna take your right leg out to the side, right foot down. Yep, right knee up, right foot forward, right foot down. Other side, left leg up, left leg out to the side, left foot down. Left knee up, left leg forward, left foot down. Good, right leg up, right leg to the side, right foot down, up, center, and down. On the other side, left leg up, to the side, press down. So it's like warrior 2. Lift, forward, and down. Okay, so now lift your right leg up, take your right hand to the top of your thigh. You're gonna push your right thigh down, and as you're pushing your right thigh down, you resist by pulling the right knee up. So you get into all this good hip flexor stuff, right? So I press into my right leg as I pull my right knee up. And like immediately, you're feeling this. You're resisting, pushing your thigh down, and the thigh is resisting, pulling up. Okay, then it's gonna be like magic. You'll lift your right hand, and then lift the right knee at the same time. Right? Magic. Keep the knee at the same height, do it again. Push down, press, 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 press. As you're pulling the thigh up, it's gonna be a lot harder now because you're higher up. Press, 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 press. Like you're shaking, all good stuff. Okay, and then lift the hand, lift the thigh. Yes, and now that's over on that side. Left side. Okay, lift the leg up, take the hand to the thigh, push down onto the thigh, resist. And so then you start to feel right in your hip crease, where your leg attaches to your hip. That's where you're feeling some sensation. Then from there, lift the hand, lift the knee. Good. Do it again. So it's going to be a little more intense now. Press, 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 press into the thigh. Press, press. Keep pressing. You can bear down with your right leg as you're pressing. Then lift the hand, lift the knee. Good. Lower the left leg down. Right side. But now it's like the warrior 2 leg, right? So if you need to adjust, you can adjust a little bit. Turn your hips a little bit, okay? Then, so your right foot is pointing towards the back or maybe the short end of the mat if your chair is on the mat this way. Lift the leg up, okay? We're only gonna do this once. You're gonna press down through your right hand, press, 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 press down, and then lift the thigh up. And then press, 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 lift the thigh up. Press, 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 lift the thigh up. And then lower right side down, and we switch sides. Take the left leg to the left, and then if you need to turn the hips a little bit towards that left leg, go ahead and do that. And then lift the leg, press the left hand down, press, 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 and then lift up. Press, 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 lift up. One more, press, 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 and lift up. Good, and then I'll lower the left leg all the way back down. Okay, so now you'll take your right leg again, bring the right leg out to the side, but this time you're gonna shift a little bit. So the right leg comes out, And I want to move my buttocks as far to the side as possible so that my knee comes towards the back of the chair. So instead of being here, which is totally fine, okay? But I want more of my hamstring, the underneath part of my thigh, to be on the chair seat. So I move myself back, okay? Now, if you're in a higher body, you might want to take that blanket and place that blanket underneath the side for this to be comfortable, okay? I'm in a shorter body, so I've got about an inch underneath my foot, okay? So I want to lift the height of the floor so that I can get a firm press. And there it is, okay? So now the thigh is on the chair, foot is pressing down. You'll lift your arms up and overhead. Interlace your fingers, press the palms to face up, push the arms up towards the ceiling. Good. Then, like that finger trap again, you're gonna pull the elbows out to the side, broadening across the chest, and take the hands behind the head. If this is a lot in the chest, right, then you're gonna take the elbows and bring the elbows forward, like you're gonna do a sit-up, okay? And from there, tilt your body towards your right leg. And inhale, come back up. Like a side bend. It is a side bend. It's not like one, it is one. Side bend to the right. And inhale back up. So like Parigasana or gate pose. Okay, tilt again. Now, as you come upright, turn your torso in the direction of your right leg. Inhale back through center. Turn your torso away from your right leg. It gets a lot harder. Inhale back through center. One more time. Turn towards your right leg. Back to center. Turn towards your left leg. Center. Okay. Side bend again. Notice if there's any difference as you side bend. Good. Then from there, take your left hand to your hip. Take your right hand to the chair. Maybe you can hold on to the chair leg. Hold on to your leg. You also have your block. Okay. Then if that's going well, roll the left shoulder back. Straighten your left arm. Reach your left fingertips away from you. Reach the left arm overhead. Good. And now press your left foot firmly into the floor so that your left sitting bone drops down into the chair seat. Reach the arm away from the leg, and you may feel extra sensation along the left side of the abdomen. And then to come out, bring your hand to your hip. Okay, inhale back up. Good. Then from there, hold on to the chair seat, or you can hold on to the back. Straighten your right leg. Good. Flex the foot and point the foot. Flex the right foot and point. Flex and point. Bend the knee and place the foot down. Okay. Then take the right leg, bring the right leg through center so you're seated normally again on the chair. You'll go over to the other side, so you take your time to set up. Okay. Whatever, right, however you need to set yourself up. So the left knee comes all the way back to the chair, or as close as it can. Right? Sometimes it can't come all the way back. And then you slide your buttocks back. Now, if you have a really long femur and you're able to slide further back, you want the sitting bone on the chair. So if the sitting bone is on the chair, then your knee might be out here. I don't have long anything, so I can't really show you any of that, okay? Then press your left foot down into the floor. Right leg is headed straight forward. Take the hands up, interlace your fingers, press your fingers up towards the ceiling, the palms up towards the ceiling. Then bend the elbows. Place the hands behind the head. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend to the left. Good. Inhale, back upright. Exhale, side bend to the left. Push down to come up. And then one more, side bend. Inhale, back up. Now we're going to turn. As you exhale, turn towards your left leg. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, turn away from your leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn towards your left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn away from your leg. Inhale, center. And now side bend again to the left. Okay. Then you hold onto the back of your head with your right hand. Let your left arm go. The hand can come behind you to the chair, in front of you to the chair leg, to a block. Hold onto the chair. Okay. Then if that's going well and you can hold the weight of your head on its own, take the right hand to your hip. Turn the right shoulder back. So it's as if you are aiming, arcing your right shoulder towards the chair seat. Then straighten your right hand. Turn the palm to face up, but keep reaching through the fingertips, right? Make your arm extra long. And then keep reaching through the fingertips as if you were touching the wall, right? And then you're touching the ceiling. And then you're touching the wall behind you as you reach the right arm overhead. Press your right foot firmly into the floor as you reach with the right hand. And then again, you may feel some extra stuff happening in the front of the abdomen, side body, back body. And then take the right hand back down to your hip. Okay, you can push down to the chair seat as you inhale, come back up. Okay, and then adjust yourself again so that you come back to center. Okay, so now set up again on the other side. You could repeat that whole sequence again. It's quite similar. Or now you're going to turn the right leg to the right. Take the left foot forward just a little bit. And now I'm going to fold over my right leg. From here, I want to move my thigh bone back, right? So that thigh is still on the chair seat as much as possible. Then I want to reach the left leg back and place the left foot onto the floor. You can do heel to heel, it'll work in some bodies. Otherwise, just have the foot out in front of you. Maybe my notebook is in the way. Okay, that's fine. Your foot can be over there. It doesn't have to be aligned. Right? They all just do different things. And this might actually give you a little more space if the leg is offset. Okay? Then from there, you come up into warrior two, taking your arms out to the sides. Okay? So that left heel is down onto the floor. That's it. And then lift your arms up to about shoulder height. If that doesn't work, then keep the arms a little bit lower or a little bit higher. All good. Okay, now take that side bend. Reach the right ribs towards your right knee. Then hold onto the leg, hold onto the chair seat, or forearm onto the chair. Lift your left arm up and overhead. Good. Okay, then from there, lift the left arm up. Turn the palm to face away from you. Bend your elbow like you're taking your hand behind your back, and then maybe the chair seat's there, okay, like the back of it. And see if you can turn your chest. And then that's over. Reach back through the palm, reach the left fingertips back, and then you're drawing that big arc again, like a rainbow. Reach through the fingertips, up towards the ceiling, up and overhead. Maybe the right arm will come down a little bit more. Extended side angle or Parsva Konasana. All right, then from there, you'll inhale, come back up. Release your arms, okay? So now, I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna fold over my front leg. It can get jammy, right? So I'm pretty flexible in the lower back. So I can bring the leg forward and probably you can bring the leg forward, but just to avoid any of that jamming, right? You fold forward and you slide the left leg forward. Then you come up, okay? So that's more of the technical aspect. Okay, lots of details in chair yoga. They're not easy. Okay, as you may have already surmised. Place your left foot onto the blanket or onto the floor. Toes pointing straight forward. Sit back, okay? Then lean forward, right? I lean forward over my thigh and hold onto the chair, and then step your right leg back. And that right foot can either be out to the side, okay? It can be further back, so almost like the inner thigh is touching the chair leg. Okay? Then from there, you come upright and take the arms out to the sides. Good. Now from there, side bend to the left, reach your left ribs towards your left knee. Then take the left hand down to something to hold on to. Turn your right palm to face up towards the ceiling, reach the right arm overhead. Extend the side angle. That's it. Then from there, inhale, lift the arm back up. Turn your palm to face away from you. Bend your elbow. Maybe hold on to the back of that chair seat, wherever it is. And then from there, release your hand. Turn your palm to face up. You could do this version too, right? So the elbow's behind the head as you lean forward. Otherwise, elbows straight, create the rainbow in the opposite direction, taking your overhead. Utthita Parshvanasana. Exactly. There you go. Sandy, you can, or Sandra, you can bend your elbow. There you go. Take your hand to your head. Yeah, you got it. You got it. And now push your head into your hand. And then give a little resistance, pushing the hand back into the head. Take another breath there. And then as you inhale, push down with your left hand and come on up. Good. Okay, turn towards your left leg, fold forward a little bit, hold on to your chair, slide that right leg forward. Okay. And now you'll reposition yourself so that you come to sit at the front. Place your hands to the thighs, close your eyes for a moment, and absorb with the side bending and the twisting, how that resonates in your body. So it's all an exploration. And as you're exploring, remember the secrets of yoga. A little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little more support, a little less support. That's it. And from there, open your eyes if they're closed. Okay. And from here, keep your buttocks on the chair. I'm just going to turn so you have a better view. Keep your buttocks on the chair. Lean forward, okay? Buttocks back. And feel a little more weight in your feet. Okay, so now maybe your quads are turning on. So it's as if you're going to stand up, but you're not going to stand up. Okay? Reach the chest forward, push into the heels. Maybe make the buttocks a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter. Then lean forward a little bit more and make your buttocks a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter. But the hips are still trying to move back towards the chair bar. Okay, and then maybe you can take your arms overhead, otherwise keep your hands to the outsides of the thighs, and then push your thighs into your hands and pull your hands back into your thighs. I know Ronnie knows this one. Okay, keep reaching the chest forward, press out, or your arms are overhead. Take another breath, and then come to stand up. Yes, very good. Okay, release your arms. So now this is a little more of the Vinyasa-y part of the class. Have your chair on your mat or somewhere where it won't slide. You have options. You don't have to have any of them. You can make your own options. But I'm going to go through it. So the chair seat is this wide, right? Okay. Now for me, that's like this part of my shoulder is missing. So really it would behoove me to use two chairs if I'm doing the push-ups and chaturanga-like things. So it's just so that you know you could use two chairs, right? I can have one hand here and one hand here, and that way it makes, right, I'm broader across my chest, okay? You can also do this on the wall. So for the vinyasa-like instructions, you can have your hands on the chair seat with the fingertips pointing towards the back of the chair, or grip onto the sides of your chair. Okay. A walk back. And I'll go through this again with you, but just so that you have the clearer visual, and you'll reach your hips back so you're in down dog. So you can stay in down dog. You can come forward into plank and go back to down dog. You can come forward into plank and then bend your elbows back to plank, back to down dog. Your plank, down dog. Keep the toes tucked under, lift up into up dog, back to down dog. Okay, so you have those options. If the chair is still too low, you go to the wall. You should still be able to see me. Okay, so I'm at the wall and I do the same thing. Hips back, hips forward. I walk up the wall a little bit. I bend, I lift, and I go back. I come forward, I walk forward, lift onto my toes. I bend, I lift, and I go back. So it's a little bit of a cooking show version, but you get the idea. If you're doing the wall, face so that your chair seat will face you, okay? So, with that being said, you can do a mix and match of those. You can pick one that you like, experiment as you will. We'll start in down dog, and you'll shift yourself back into down dog, right? Chair down dog. And check that out, see what that's like. If you're like, nope, go to the wall. Okay? That's it. Then inhale, come forward into plank. Yes, that's it. Then if you want, go to down dog, or maybe bend the elbows a little bit. Okay? Maybe straighten the elbows. Maybe bend the elbows. Lift the chest, come into up dog. Yes. And then back into down dog. You got it. Good, good, good. All right. So now shift forward a little bit. Take your right foot forward to the outside of your chair. Then spin your left heel down to the floor. Take your right forearm to the chair seat. Lift your left arm up and turn your chest. Yes, Trikonasana triangle. That's it. And then from there, you're gonna lower your left hand back down. Come onto your right hand. Yes, and then step back into downward facing dog. So both palms are on the chair seat. Yes. Then you step your left leg forward. Yes, that's it. Then from there, take your left forearm to the chair. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling or right hand on hip. That's it. Good, good, good. Then from there, you're gonna turn your chest slowly back down, place your hand on your chair or wall, and then step your left foot back. That's it. Then from there, walk your feet back up towards your chair. You could take a vinyasa too. You're gonna walk your feet back up towards the chair. Open up your feet pretty wide, and then bring your forearms down to the chair and rest the head. If you need to be higher, right, you put pillows or whatever you need. You could also go lower and rest your forehead as you hold on to the chair legs. So you're in a supported Uttanasana. Take a few breaths here in your Uttanasana, filling the back space. So think of that Oreo cookie again. Your front and back body are moving away from you. The back of your body is going to expand a little more easily than the front body. And then you exhale, both back and front body move towards your spine. All right. Then from there, you're going to walk your hands back up onto the chair seat. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale up to stand. Good. Walk yourself back a little bit away from the chair. Okay. So you're going to rest your foot on the chair seat. I'm here. Okay. Then you can be here with the hands. You can keep your hands on your hips. The next part is you're going to turn. Okay. So my left foot was facing the chair seat. Now I'm going to turn so my left foot is facing the short edge of my, or the long edge of my mat rather. Then I'll take the arms out to the sides or hands behind the head. Okay. You can bend your knee here, okay, or keep the leg straight and side bend. Okay. And then maybe you boop your toe or your shin and then up. Boop means tap in my world. Okay, very good. And then side bend, push into your standing left leg, little tap, and back up. And then inhale up. One more time. Side bend to the right, little tap. Good, bend, inhale up. Turn your chest to face the chair. Then you're going to turn your left toes to face the chair. Bend your left knee a little bit, maybe put the sole of the foot onto the chair. And then you have this choice. You can lift your right foot up a little bit, or lift the heel up. You want to go straight leg, straight leg. You want to go bent leg, wherever you want to go. Bend and straighten. Okay, and then that's over, and you release your arms and release the leg down. Other side. So you step your left foot onto the chair seat. Okay, hands can be in your position of choice. Then from there, you'll turn to the right, turn the right foot, turn the chest. Left foot can be straight or bent. Take your hands behind the head. And then side bend, push your right foot into the chair, into the floor rather. And then maybe a little tap and back up. Push down, side bend, little tap, and back up. One more, side bend, little tap, up. Okay, then we turn to face the leg again. Okay. Sole of the foot can be on the chair, toes up. Maybe you do what you did last time, lift the leg up. Straight, bent, semi, all good. And then as you exhale, bend the knee and lower your foot to the floor. Very good. All right. So now we'll come back to the chair. Have mat on either side. If you're not using your mat, don't worry about it. We'll come back into the same warrior two position. So get your, whatever you need for that. You need the back of your thigh on the chair seat, okay? Chair seat has to support the back of your thigh here. Right foot is bent, left leg is back. Good. Then see if you can sit, how far back in the chair seat can you sit? Okay, so that maybe there's a little more space along the front. Okay, with the forearm. You could have another chair, you could have your bolster, something like that. And it just helps to extend the chair seat, or expand it, I guess. Okay, so now, arms out to the sides. Okay. Side bend like you did before. Take your right hand down onto the chair leg or the hand on the seat. Left hand is going to be on your hip. Then from there, see if you can straighten your right leg. Yeah. Vishwamitrasana. Lift your left arm up. Side bend. Bend your left elbow. Good. Maybe if your arm's a little further down, you touch. You do the boop. Boop your foot. Okay? And then come back up. Lower your right foot. Inhale back up into warrior two. And release your arms. If you've never seen that position, Vishwamitrasana, you go Google it. It's like crazy. Okay? So one more time. Arms out to the sides. Okay? Side bend. Okay? Place your hand somewhere. Hold on. Okay? Left hand to the hip. Then from there, you're still leaning. The chair is supporting the back of the thigh. Straighten your right leg. Say hello with your toes. Good. And then maybe left arm can come up. Maybe you do a little bit more of a side bend. So creating that rainbow, arcing your fingertips up and overhead in the direction of your foot. Okay? And then inhale back up. Bend your knee. Inhale all the way up to stand. Well, sit stand. Okay? Lean forward. Take your left leg forward. And then inhale. If you're using props, grab those. Come up to sit. And we switch over to the other side. Left foot on the floor. Left thigh supported by the chair. And then right leg stretches back. Okay. Take your arms out to the sides. Good. Then from there, you start to lean. So you've been here before. Hold on to the chair seat. Okay. Take your right hand to your hip. And then can you walk your left toes forward and lift your left leg up, straightening your left leg. Good. Then maybe stay there or lift the right arm up and come overhead. Okay. So you can be in a bent leg position or a straight leg position. You can go back and forth between the two, and then you really get your quad going there. Good. And then as you exhale, bend the knee so the foot is down onto the floor completely if it's not already. Lift back up, warrior two. And do it one more time. Okay. So chair seat, chair leg. Right. Right hand to the hip. Lift the left leg up. Okay. You can bend. Work in that position, right? It's tough on the hamstring. And reach the right arm up, right? If you're booping, right? You can boop. You can bend your elbow, right? Bend and straighten. You can coordinate. Bend your elbow, bend your knee, straighten elbow, straighten knee, bend and bend, straighten and bend. You could do one and one. I'm afraid to even attempt. Okay, right? And then there. There it is. Okay, now lower your left foot to the floor. Inhale back up and release your arms. Very good. Okay, forward fold a little bit, slide that right leg forward, and then inhale, come up to sit. All right, so now move your blanket aside. You'll take your chair to the back of the mat. If you'd like some additional, let's do additional support. So you'll take your blanket and place your blanket right on top of the chair. And have a little bit of it covering that front lip of your chair, okay? So you have extra padding. And then if you have another blanket, you could use your blanket and you'll fold that under. If you need a taller chair, you need to be taller, right? Because you have long legs, you could use the bolster over the chair seat. So now you'll come up, you can start on the ground. So Sandra, this might be better for you, right? If you start on the floor and then bring the legs up and you roll over, okay? If you're starting from a seated position, you come very close to the chair and then you lean down onto one forearm and then come up. Ronnie, start on the floor and roll up. I think you might already be there, I can't see. Okay. And then the legs come onto the chair and you come down. And then perhaps you take that blanket and place the blanket underneath the head. Then from here, you'll take the soles of your feet and place the soles of the feet towards each other, right? So they can touch. You could bend the knees more and rest your heels closer to the front edge of the chair seat. Otherwise, the legs will be more out to the sides, and then there's the external rotation of the legs. And of course, this is really nice. We might use this as an option for Shavasana too. So that's why I'm giving you a couple of different things to play with as you restore here. I just want to check in. And place your hands anywhere they feel comfortable. And so you've done a lot with the legs, and this allows you to release them into the support of the chair. Sometimes the chair can also create restraint, and so having the legs turned out helps to soften that restraint of a prop or restraint of alignment, right? And move back into the rhythm of your breath. Noticing all the different places where you find expansion. And the different places where you feel contraction. And now take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as part of that exploration, using the sense of touch to help feel the exploration of the breath as it moves through your body. Can you breathe into your thumbs? Into your index fingers. Into your third fingers. Fourth fingers. Pinky fingers. Can you breathe into the palms of your hands? Can you alternate inhaling into the hand over your belly and then exhaling? Then inhaling to the hand over your heart and exhale. And inhale into the hand over your belly. Inhale into hand over heart. And the next time you inhale, inflate both hands, lifting the body up into the palms of your hands. And then exhale, feeling the weight of the hands as you release your breath. Almost as if they were tiny sandbags. Do that one more time. Inhale into the palms of your hands. And then exhale, without pressing, feel the weight of the hands as you release. And then can you breathe into your forearms? Take a few breaths breathing into your forearms. And can you perceive how that breath is different? There's a sense of horizontal breathing, expansion out to the sides. And alternate, breathe into the palms of your hands. Then breathe into the forearms. Breathe into the palms of your hands. Breathe into your forearms. And perhaps you continue to alternate or do both at the same time. Inhale, breathe into hands and forearms. And exhale, feel the weight of the lower arms and hands as you breathe out. And inhale, expand into palms and forearms. And exhale, feel the weight of the forearms and hands all over your body. And any emotion that's running through you, allow it. Allow it to settle. Because just like we explore through movement, we explore through breath, we can also explore through emotions and our thoughts. And when we experience and explore them, hardly are we attached and defined by them. We're too curious. And from there, release your hands by the sides of your body. If you haven't already done so, take the backs of the knees to the chair again. And then press your calves down into the chair a little bit. See if you can lift your sacrum just a hair off of the floor, like baby part. And then let the weight of your hips sink down towards the mat. So there's a little traction there. And then allow the buttocks to fully release, sacrum to release onto the floor. And keep your left leg where it is. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Maybe the right foot comes to the chair seat. You can use a strap if you have it nearby, or hold onto the back of your right leg and stretch your right leg up. So a variation of Supta Pramushtasana. And don't worry if you don't know any of the Sanskrit names. Like, that just comes with time and practice and study. As do all things in life. And then bend the right knee and slide your right calf forward. Okay. Let your right calf be heavy. And slide the left foot back. Maybe the left foot comes onto the chair. The left knee doesn't have to be in the chest. It can come to the outside of the chest. And either using a strap or hold onto your left leg. Straighten your left leg a bit. And then bend your left knee and slide your left leg forward again. Let the left calf drop into the chair seat. You're welcome to stay here for your Shavasana. Okay? If you want a chairless Shavasana, you can bend your knees in towards your chest, slide the chair forward. Okay? You can take your bolster, slip your bolster underneath your legs. I don't know if this would work. Oh, you could, if you'd like. Pull your bolster like all the way to your buttocks, right? And then part of the back of the legs is supported by the bolster, and then the heels of the feet are on the chair seat. Okay? But if that's a no-go, right, drop the legs out to the sides so that the legs are supported fully by the bolster. And your feet might be dangling off, that's okay. I would say this Shavasana has more of a light and airy feel to it, if you're into that. The legs on the chair have more of a grounded feel to it. And we'll be here for a few minutes. Let your eyes be soft and your jaw soft. We rest here in silence for a few minutes. Shavasana. And deepen your breathing. Allow your body to expand in all directions with your breath. Wiggle your fingertips and your toes. And from there, pick 2 qualities: compassion, warmth, perseverance, calm, strength, fight, whatever it might be. And choose 2. Place one on your right hand. Place the other on your left hand. And place your left hand over your heart and absorb that quality. Take the other in the right hand. Place your right hand over your left and absorb that second quality. And bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. If your calves are still on the chair seat, pull your knees into your chest. And very slowly release your hands from your heart as you roll to one side. If you don't want to be on your shoulder, you can roll up to sit. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to take a few moments here on the side of your body. And feel the front and the back body move away from each other and closer to each other. And using your hands, gently press yourself up into that seated position if you're not already there. And you can sit on your chair, on the floor, on your bolster, whatever is there. Now turn your palms to face up again. And channel those same 2 qualities. Take your right hand and place your right hand on your heart, absorbing that quality first. And then your left. And if you'd like to seal your practice with the sound of Om with me, take an inhale in through your nose. Om Shanti, 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 which means Om, peace, peace, peace. A vow of honor to the light and teacher in you all. Namaste.